Hello, good morning. I hope you can hear me because the insects are being super loud this morning. But it's okay because we're going to be singing, so yeah, you should be able to hear just fine. So I'm just going to wait a few moments while some people join us and tell you about some super exciting things that are manifesting here in Costa Rica. I did this amazing drum journey over the moon eclipse, and it was just so great to go back into that space, and it just really brought home for me how much I've been missing doing my shamanic work and working with spirit and going into these places. So I really decided to step forward and do much more work with cacao and drumming and singing and channeling and using sound to just really delve into those spaces. So yeah, so I'm actually, along with my normal coaching and singing coaching, I'm going to start coaching and mentoring for cacao, for facilitator training. So yeah, there'll be more coming about that soon, so watch this space. I'm actually now designing a course which will be on Udemy, and it'll just be all the basics of how to open to the medicine, how to hold space and create sound journeys and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. But today we are talking about singing and voice, and I'm going to give you some tips and advice on how to open your voice further. And we're going to start with warming up your voice. Super important. Bear in mind, this is an amazing instrument, but it's an instrument made of flesh and blood, and it moves and it changes. Your voice will sound different in the morning, it'll sound different at night, depending on the weather, the environment, so many things. And your voice is uniquely your voice. It sounds like no other voice, and it's perfect. So please, I really invite you to not get trapped into this whole idea of you're supposed to sing in a specific way, you're supposed to sound a certain way. You really aren't. You just sound like you. It's your sound and your voice. It's just perfect, and it's your gift to the world, and it's such a great tool for creating joy and happiness within. So just, yeah, making sound is fun. And yeah, I really give you this invitation to explore what sounds you can make with your instruments, just delving into low, bassy, deep sounds of high sounds. Don't worry so much about singing or whatever you believe singing to mean. Just think about making sound, making noise, exploration, and enjoying it. Have fun. So a few tips. Firstly, warming up. There's this thing, it's called lip bubbles. I'm really aware of how stupid this looks, especially on camera. I've made a few training videos and I've seen it, so yeah, it's funny. But essentially what you do is this. Full deep breath, just steadily allowing that breath out. This is going to help you with your breath control, and it's going to warm up your lips and your mouth, and you need your whole face to sing. Seriously, we don't sing from a static place of hello, I'm singing. You need to use your whole face. And inside your head and your face is echo chambers, resonant chambers, your sinuses, like your mouth, your throat, all of this you need to engage to create sound. So yeah, warm up, massage your face, stick out your tongue, really engage everything, open your chest, your body, wake up your body. All of this stuff, everything for singing, it's a full body experience. So yeah, come alive and get get engaged. How are your sinuses? Are you congested? Are you open? This will all affect your voice because the sound doesn't just come through our mouth, it comes through our nose. We are using all of this for singing. So once you've started warming up, doing your lip bubbles, you can start doing this thing called sirening, and that is going from high to low, low to high. So taking a nice deep breath, you can start, it's like a yawn because that opens the throat. It's like just start playing around with sirening, and doing it as slow as you can will start to give you a nice understanding of what's happening, where your voice is coming from, where the sound and how the sound is being created. So maybe just try closing your eyes. See, I could feel that because it's morning for me and then my voice isn't fully warm, so I could feel the little sticky bits, and that's perfect. It's good to know where all this is and what's happening. So again, just really slowing down, take a nice deep breath. And you'll notice you have three sections to your voice. You have the belly voice, down here, the low belly voice. You have your chest voice, which is where your normal speaking, talking voice comes from. And you have your head voice, which is the high voice. And these three parts of your voice have gear changes. They definitely, you change the position of your placement, your bodily placement of where you're singing from. And you can't sing high notes in your belly voice. Everything changes. So you have to kind of shift where you're coming from. And it's super important to kind of understand this because then you know, if you want to sing a high note, it's like, oh, things need to take place. You need to lift your soft palate. You need to open your throat. Well, I like to think like inside, if you imagine inside your head is like a cathedral, and in this cathedral all the echoing and the sound is resonant. But if you don't open the cathedral and you try to sing from like here, it's not going to happen for you. And plus the vocal cords change. When you're singing lower sounds, there's much more breath. It's airy, it's more open. But if you want to go high, it becomes tighter. And so in this, it's very much more like you're compressing the air in the vocal cords. So this is where the change, it needs to be all tightened up. So to just start to get to feel this, you can go through the sirening super, super slow and just start to witness what is happening, what is going on inside your body to make these different sounds. And generally, your voice will probably break. If you're not used to singing or don't have a regular singing practice, your voice is more than likely going to crack or break in between these sections, and that's normal. So don't freak out and be like, oh, I can't sing, my voice is broken. It's not, it's perfectly normal, and this is something that training your voice and working with sirening can smooth out for you. And so this is why I highly recommend just sirening. And you'll also notice coming down much easier than going up. So when you come down, it's like a you can feel as the voice switches into its different modes. But as you go up, you tend to hit a ceiling. And this is the transition between chest voice into head voice, because what you're trying to do is sing up. But when we're singing in the head voice, it's like we're singing down. And what I mean by this is the way the placement is up. Your palate, your soft palate is down. It's oh, you feel this part of your mouth. But when you're in the head voice, it's more of a it's up, it's raised, everything is elevated. So you're singing down, and there's a really good way to see this. A teacher once told me to say the word yeast, 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 because when you make those vowel sounds, those sound shapes, it lifts your jaw and lifts up the mouth. So yee, yee. So give that a go and just feel into it, how everything moves up. So then it's like you're singing down. You're starting high. You start with the high notes. So it's and give this a go and just compare to how when you're just singing from your chest area, ha 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 ha, and you can feel how it feels limited. It feels like I'm not gonna get there. You feel like I'm not gonna make that high note. So rather than being like ha ha ha, just change your mindset and be like ha ha ha, and think yeast up, go up. I hope that makes sense to you. This is really an invitation to just start exploring. Just look at your voice and just think, where is it coming from? What am I doing? How much air do I feel like I'm holding? You know, are my shoulders relaxed? Am I tense? Does my jaw feel relaxed? Because as soon as we start questioning or doubting ourselves, it's like, tension arrives right here in the jaw. And to sing, tension is your enemy. It's not conducive to a relaxed state of being. So yeah, try to just be aware of what is physically going on for you. And if you are feeling tension, shake it out. Just shake it out. Try and relax. And don't take it so seriously. You know, it's meant to be fun. It is fun. Have fun with it. So yeah, just moving back to this basic of what today is about, sirening. So just practicing the different positions and practicing different vowel sounds, because different vowels work in different places. Like you can never really go ooh in a high note because the placement's wrong. It's too airy. You'd have to go ooh, which becomes a it's not a ooh sound. It becomes more of a ooh, ooh. So you're changing the shape. I hope that makes sense to you. So play with it. Be like and just see how these different shapes and sounds feel for you. Just exploring into it. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment below or message me and we can talk further about this. But for now, just exploring your voice. And another great tip, when you get into the head voice, you have to kind of own your diva, you know, think, hopla, you know, take on the stance, fill your body with air, and really just see what you can produce, see how it comes, see what happens, be bold, be brave, and have fun. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know how you're enjoying the videos. I'd love to hear from you. And yes, I guess we'll be back on Saturday, and I think I'm going to talk much more about cacao and facilitating cacao and using sound and vowels to just really create a mood and to create a space using the beautiful, beautiful harmonics. Oh, and also I have super exciting news. So next Thursday I'm going to be joined by my mentor Amber Spears. She is going to be here and we're going to do live vocal coaching together. Yeah! So you all are going to get to join us for this mentoring session as we go through the basics of singing and creating sound and overcoming fear, the big one, overcoming the fear of your own voice. So I am so stoked that Amber is just stepping up, facing her fear and doing this live for all of you. So please join us next Thursday and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Lots of love.